What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the AFC Newark Career Mode here on FIFA 22. Today we have 3 games for you back in league action after our FA Cup exit to Tottenham Hotspurs in the last round. It was the end of January, round 4 of the FA Cup, and we crashed out, unfortunately, in a pretty severe way. 4 goals to 0 against the Premier League outfit. Difficult game away from home. Never really going to get through, but we had to try our hand at that more difficult game and see how we fared up against the Premier League opposition. Didn't go well, as it goes. But today we're back in league action, and now we can concentrate on getting promoted. The table looks like this coming into today's episode. We are on 56 points, a game in hand on Stevenage. Things are about to get a little bit more difficult in the league, and we can take a look at the results since you guys were last here, which was the 4-0 defeat to Spurs. We since have beaten Port Vale by 2 goals to 0 away from home, and we've lost at home, unfortunately, to Oldham recently. Today we've got Walsall, Swindon and Newport in this episode. 2 games played, 1 game simmed. The 2 games we'll be playing are Walsall, who currently lay 5th, and Newport, who currently sit in 4th. So 2 very difficult fixtures, plus the game simmed as well. But before we can start any games, we also have some transfer information, some transfer news to talk about, and it's to do with some sales and some signings. Unfortunately, before the transfer window closed, we had to do a little bit of business, and you may have seen some of them before I get to the actual transfer page, but this is exactly what we did and what went down on transfer deadline day. Actually, I think it was when most of this happened. So yeah, what's 31st? So as you can see, lots of things happening over the transfer window, and we've got to go back to here to see what happened. Werder Bremen came in for Ibrahim Miles, N'Golo Kante. I didn't really want to sell him. Bremen are a bigger side than us. They're looking, to get back at the top end of German football. Ibrahim Miles says he wants to have a go at it, helping them. 1.45 million is not a huge amount, but we can't really expect too much money for our players. We're only a League 2 side, and over £1 million for a player is not bad at all. So we went and found somebody who could possibly replace him, or somebody who could possibly replace Owen Morris next season up front, and that's Seido Berahino on a free transfer for next season. He's coming on a pre-contract. His deal with Sheffield Wednesday is running out, and he's going to be joining the Purple Bulls next season. Big signing. I like this one. I'm probably up front, I'm thinking. We then sold Duggan, our goalkeeper, to Oxford for 310k. Random offer came in. Thought I'd accept it. Why not? And he's not going to get much game time here. Off he goes. We then signed Mitchell Lawson from Swindon Town. A winger. We kind of needed more wide men, I feel, and this guy's a young guy, only 22. We only paid 250k plus our right back Arthur, who is another guy who's not really ever going to get better than he was right now, and we can definitely find a replacement for him. So losing him is not the biggest deal. We needed more wide men. Mitchell Lawson is the guy who we brought in. We've also signed this guy from Sunderland, Doyle. He's come in for about 910k. Another centre-back option for us. He's only 18, not the highest of rated, but comes in to do a job and maybe even grow into a starter for us. I like the look of him. He's a tall guy, and yeah, I think this is a really good signing for under £1 million for us. We really did try to not spend as much money as we could, but another Sheffield Wednesday deal here, 750k plus Moody. Moody, you may not be familiar with his name. He's a youth academy guy who I literally had just promoted, and Sheffield Wednesday, they wanted him. I didn't stick him in the deal originally. They wanted him plus the cash, so... And we signed Adeniran, sorry, I didn't even say his name, 23-year-old Adeniran is coming in from Sheffield Wednesday. He's already in, 750k plus Moody, deal done over the line, and he's probably going to come in to replace Ibrahim Miles. Then it all went south when Sheffield Wednesday decided, you know what, we've had enough of you buying our players. Can we have one back, please? 3.25 million for George Evans, the 70-rated 23-year-old, leaves the club on a big deadline day deal for us, but it does give us a little bit more money back in the club. And Adeniran, I think, is capable to come in and do a job for now in League 2. As we look to progress up the divisions, we're going to lose players. It's just how it is. We do have 1.39 million in the transfer budget for next season, although we was trying to finish with a profit margin of 12.9 million. We're not going to do that unless, we get a big amount of money for winning the league, but I don't think we will. That's also not that I don't think we'll win the league. I don't think we're going to get a big amount of money for it. But win the league is an objective from the board, and we're only 53 rated right now, which is not good. So yeah, it's not looking great in the board's eyes. We're not hitting a lot of their targets despite performances on the pitch being great. Today, though, we've got to continue with them great performances, taking on Warsaw. Oh, I just pressed sim match by mistake. That's bad news. Here are the lineups for the two sides then, before we get into this one. Mitchell Lawson is starting, Adeniran is starting. I've accidentally pressed the sim button instead of, I was going to team management, and I've accidentally pressed sim. And we are at home for this one against Warsaw. New signings in the team. New signings have already played. Adeniran has played a game for us. Mitchell Lawson has played a game for us as well. So I haven't actually used them too much. Still learning how to get the best out of these guys. I'm saying with quite a few players, to be fair. Here's Adeniran now. He's going to dink a ball over the top towards Theo Hargreaves. Mitchell Lawson starting on the right, Hargreaves on the left. Here's Billy James, who's up front. Adeniran gets it onto his right-hand side. Not sure what foot he is. Actually, probably should find that out, but the new number 8 hits the goalkeeper in the chest. Kinsella for Warsaw. Wilkinson, Earring to Wilkinson. Kiernan. Definitely played Warsaw this season. Here's Perry with a chance. And he scores. I was just going to say, I remember playing Warsaw this season. Wilkinson did pretty well against us, but he worked the ball into the back of the net there. Shan Oakley Booth. Morris running ahead of him. Now Billy James. And Theo Hargreaves. And in goes Logan Hicks. We'll give it to him. He's got a little bit of room here for Logan Hicks. He's going to find Billy James. Gets his head up. Goes for the finish and smashes it over the top. Half-time whistle will go. We are behind to Warsaw by a goal to nil. And a very poor first half for both sides. Ward. Kiernan. Into Wilkinson. Right back to Ward. Oh, I thought I'd intercepted that, but it's flicked down to Kiernan, and he smashes it over the bar. Big chance missed to go 2-0 up here. Just really not look good today. I don't know what needs to change. Hargreaves will find Oakley Booth. James round the corner to Owen Morris. Can Morris get through on goal here using his pace? He might be able to. He's got Billy James square, and he's going to use him. It's cheeky, it's cheap, it's nasty looking. It works. It's 1-1. Billy James with the equaliser. Owen Morris with the assist. And Billy James thinks he's Erling Haaland. 10 goals this season now for Billy James. Not a bad turnout at all for him. Mitchell Lawson has won that back. Big strong tackle come in. Luckily, it's going to break here for us. Owen Morris is going to give it to Mitchell Lawson. Lads, we'll get to the byline here. Lawson, ball across. It's going to hit Oakley Booth. Can he finish? He can't. Can James? He can, but the flag is going to be raised. Billy James thought he had a second. But it will be chalked off. Logan Hicks ball forward. We'll find Adeniran. Out wide to Mitchell Lawson. Billy James. James into Oakley Booth. Round the corner for Theo Hargreaves. And surely he's missed. I can't believe it. Theo Hargreaves blazes over. And we have had some really simple chances today and not taken them. Ward finds it into Wilkinson. That's nice. Round the corner. And Kiernan. A chance here. Tchaikovsky with a good save. And here's Logan Hicks. And he can counter. Billy James. Oakley Booth. He's going to find Morris. Offside was Mitchell. Morris has it though. It's Owen Morris. He can take his chances. He can take his chances. 2-1. Owen Morris. A big goal scorer. And other players around him can't take their opportunities. This man will. Holden for Warsaw, looking long towards Wilkinson. He's only going to be able to head it back into Kiernan. No one really up with him. Look for the one to shade. Good defending from Logan Hicks. Oakley Booth picks up the loose ball here. Oakley Booth can get around his man. Still Tashan Oakley Booth into Owen Morris. Flag will stay down against Owen surely. Oh, he's put it wide. Flag stayed down against the striker. And he turns onto his right foot. Also wide of the post. Warsaw could still get a point from this. They're only one goal to the good here, despite having numerous chances to double our lead. Perry will find Wilkinson. It's going to be hit by Holden and held by Tchaikovsky. Now into Sessignon. Goodwin to Adeniran, who's lost it in a really dangerous spot for us. Wilkinson has it. Stevens defends well. His clearance will find Theo Hargreaves. Morris turns that round the corner to Adeniran. Adeniran's just going to find Nicholas Hyde, who's through one-on-one here. Last chance of the game, it's Nicholas Hyde. Goes for the cheeky dink and gets it. A second cheeky dink for Nicholas Hyde this season. An FA Cup cheeky dink. And now a cheeky dink against Walsall 2. Off the bench and with a goal. Copies Billy James's celebration today as well, why not? Thank you very much, referee. 3-1 win over Walsall. He definitely had the chances to make this a 3-1 win over Walsall, but I didn't think it was going to end that way. Could have easily gone the other way in this one. But we get the result. Just got a scout report back on this. Got a Julian Genvier from Brentford. 6'1" centre-back, 28 years of age, 70 overall. He's running out of contract at the end of the season. There's a chance we could get him on a pre if he hasn't already decided to go somewhere, which I don't think he has. The chance we could get this guy on a free move. Let me know what you think, if we should be bringing this guy in or not, down in the comments. Well, our difficult run of fixtures means we're taking on 5th place Swindon Town in this next game. And it is going to be a simmed game for us. We can field the starting 11 that we fielded in the last game and see if we can get a result here away from home against Swindon Town. It's a big result against Swindon Town, and it's goals for Theo Hargreaves, a brace for him, and Adeniran gets his first for the club just before the break. Big 3 points, 3-0, easy win. Newport County up next at home, 6th in the division for them at the moment. They've got 2 games in hand and on the same amount of points as Swindon, so probably higher up after them 2 games in hand. We are 31 games into our season, and Stevenage have played a game extra. They're in second, and we've got a big gap ahead of us. We're looking to extend that with this win today against Newport. Here's how we're going to line up for this game then. Jakonski in goal, Hicks, Stevens, Doyle starts his first game at the back with Sessegnon at right back. We've got Frankie Kent on the left, Adeniran and Oakley Booth in the middle with O'Sheng on the right. Nicholas Hyde starts up front with Billy James. Owen Morris rested, dropped to the bench, slightly tired this game coming just a couple of days after our previous fixture. Newport visiting us today. Long trip from Wales to the Midlands. And they are having a decent season, looking at the moment at the playoffs, but I'm sure they want to get into the automatic promotion spots as much as we want to be staying in them this season. Into Adeniran. Fire this one wide to Frankie Kent. Can he do something out there? He's twisted and turned his defender. Got a little bit of room. His cross is blocked though, unfortunately, by Norman. It's going to go behind for our corner. Chance here for us to find the head of one of the big men. It's Kent's ball in. Keeper stays in his net, and Stevens should be doing better that one. It's a nice ball wide. Azaz brings it down. Sessegnon stops him in his tracks though. Kane. Abraham into Telford. Telford back to Abraham again. His man wide, if he can find him, he will. It's Norman who's coming forward here for Newport. Norman's ball high into the area. Doyle wins the header though. Good defending from our new centre-back. Oakley Booth can spot Frankie Kent with a little room after Norman had gone forward. And now we can pressure them. Frankie Kent needs a little bit of support though. Gets it from Nicholas Hyde. Billy James. Hyde again over the top towards Oakley Booth, who just couldn't get there. Would have been a really nice goal. O'Sheng tries to flick it down, but can't find a teammate. It's going to find its way wide here to Haynes, and we could be in big trouble. Ball across. Telford bangs it into the bottom corner past Jakonski for 1-0 to Newport County. Bryce O'Sheng. Oakley Booth. Billy James is looking for it, and Billy James has got it. He's through here. Billy James, surely. Oh, he's put it wide. It's a terrible finish from Billy. Azaz has turned Sessegnon there absolutely wonderfully. But Sessegnon has done well to get back in. Bryce O'Sheng. So we need a good second half against Newport if we want to continue our good run of form. Down at the break. It's a nice ball into Nicholas Hyde. How's he got some runners here? He will. It's Adeniran who has it. He has scored recently for us. It's a really poor pass. Sessegnon wins it back for us. Adeniran, Billy James, Oakley Booth drives it, but wide. Crook to Adeniran, Billy James, Nicholas Hyde, James, Hyde into Adeniran. Gets past his man, shoots, but Townsend saves and denies. We've got to be more clinical in front of goal here. O'Sheng, Nicholas Hyde, surely, boom! Wow, what a finish from the youngster. Pick that one out. And we need someone to go and get a goal for us. It's Nicholas Hyde who does. Really nice finish this time. I was complaining that we haven't been taking our chances. Nicholas Hyde must have heard me because that was really nicely taken. 5 minutes or so remaining. Is there a winner in the game? Newport, I was thinking so right now. As Norman has it. Right back can come forward. They've got 3 men in the box. If you can pick somebody out here, Norman. Instead waits for support from Senior. Then goes back into Norman. Hicks is isolated out there. Norman still. And Logan Hicks. Phenomenal bit of defending. Here's Adeniran. Jackson Crook off the bench. Can find Adeniran again. And now can we nick it later on? Surely through the middle. Nicholas Hyde is on. It's Nicholas Hyde one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Can he take his chance? He can. And we will win it with seconds left on the clock against Newport County. And it's this man yet again, Nicholas Hyde, with the goal. He keeps on scoring. Unfortunately, I think that might mean the clubs are going to be looking to bring him in. But he is looking like Owen Morris's replacement right now, Nicholas Hyde. And he takes his chance again. Surely, there's no time on the clock. There isn't. It's another win. We left it late to get this one in the bag though. Nicholas Hyde coming good with a brace and getting us the 3 points at home. I don't think we thoroughly deserved it, but if you're going to get promoted, you're going to have to win these kind of games. Winning games when we're not playing at our best. And we get to take a look at Seido Berahino. We've scouted him along with a couple of other players as well. He's worth 1.4 million at the moment. He's only 28. He's playing at Cam, 5'11" as we know. Technically, he's gonna be good. He's got good ball control, good dribbling, 70 finishing. I think that's good enough for League One to take us up there. Good composure, decent acceleration, okay sprint speed. Not the quickest Seido now, but definitely lost a touch of pace. Should be good enough for League One level though to start for us up front. 70 rated when we have Owen Morris up there at the moment, who's 71 rated. So, Berahino is definitely a capable replacement. If Morris does decide to retire or leave us at any point, he's also just another valuable asset to the club, isn't he? But that is going to do it for this episode. We are 10 points clear of Stevenage at the end of the episode. Looking good for promotion, bang on exactly where we wanted to be. But that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one very soon.